A heartbreaking loss for Ireland in the end, a 2-point loss to New Zealand in the 80th minute. Surely there's a lot of positives to take out of the game. They nearly created some history here in the Aviva today. Let's get some reaction now. Justin, huge disappointment for the Irish. I'm sure a bit of relief for the All Blacks in the end.
Well, absolute relief. I think the players, we actually got a shot of them in the dressing room, and they're not celebrating. I think they know that they have really dodged a bullet. You think the context of the game, the last 5 minutes, if Sexton had made the kick, the All Blacks would be staring down the barrel of their first ever loss against Ireland. They are extremely relieved. I didn't think they had it in them with sort of 10 minutes to go, but they just don't know how to lose, do they? They just have an inner and self-belief, team belief, to get the job done, somehow.
What can we take out of that, and is there cause for optimism?
Well, you can obviously take out the fact that the most impressive part for me was in the first half. Every point that Ireland scored, they earned. It wasn't from a New Zealand mistake, it wasn't from a bounce of a lucky ball or a decision from the referee. They earned everything they got, and obviously, if you can do that against a side of New Zealand's quality, that must be cause for optimism. Ireland's problem, or conundrum, is that they have to find a way to generate that intensity when they don't have the All Blacks as opposition.
The All Blacks have rugby in their DNA, and they have winning in their DNA to a much greater extent than Ireland has rugby and winning in their DNA. And, you know, when you've never beaten a country before and you've seen a penalty that could have made it a 2-score game with 5 minutes to go, let's face it, you know, and watching that last, particularly when Nigel Owens gave that penalty, I couldn't help but think of New Zealand yesterday. They did the exact same to England in the World Cup semi-final, Rugby League World Cup semi-final, scored an equalising try with the last play of the game and kicked the winning conversion. Uncanny, their two rugby sides do it back to back. Tells you something about their character and their mentality, all right.
You look at that final passage play, it isn't, you know, extraordinary in terms of the ambition, in terms of missed passes, in terms of daring flights of fantasy. It is just proper basic rugby executed at the most extreme end of the spectrum in terms of pressure, but done right.
Looking down at the likes of Paul O'Connell throwing his strap against the ground, I mean, my heart bled for him, and Brian O'Driscoll, these guys might get a chance to play against him again, but you know, it was a Trojan effort, but just very disappointed for the lads themselves.
Out here today, you know, they had the opportunity there to win it, and they'll look back on this game and think, how did we not? The ability's there. That's the great positive thing in moving forward. What they need to do is learn from all these times where they've been so close to closing the game out. That's the next step.